UTB Radio is sponsored in part by T-Mobile, the new leader in network speed. For more information, visit www.tmobile.com.
The Borders and Los Cedros Apartments are proud sponsors of UTB Radio. The Borders is located at 375 Media Luna Road and Los Cedros at 1025 Waldrose Lane in Brownsville, Texas. For more information, call The Borders at 956-546-1605 or Los Cedros at 956-542-1941.
Hello everyone, I'm Mauricio Salazar with UTB Radio, and I'm here with Jennifer McGehee-Valdez, who is a marketing manager for UT Brownsville's Division of Student Affairs. Ms. McGehee-Valdez is going to talk to us today about the Humans of UTB blog. Ms. McGehee, would please tell us about this blog?
Okay. It's a Facebook page on it's Humans of UTB, like you mentioned. It's inspired by Humans of New York, which is huge. I think a lot of people have heard about that, if not everybody at this point. I think there's 12 million plus fans on that page. And I'm just giving you a little bit of background on that page because that's where the inspiration comes from. The photographer, his name is Brandon, he's been doing, it started off as a blog, then it turned into more like social media, Facebook page, and that's where it blew up. And I followed it for a bit myself. I used to live in New York. I would see people on the street all the time, and sometimes you don't even make eye contact. But everyone has a story, and that's what he did. He captured these people's stories that you wouldn't know. You're standing on the subway platform with, thousands of people, and each and every one of those people have a special story. He's able to capture that. So then fast forwarding to last year in about April, I said we need to do something here because we all have these amazing stories too. So we started a Humans of UTB Facebook page, and it's been about a year now.
It kind of gives a little bit of depth to the community, right?
Yes, I believe so. I think that we see each other all the time. I see you see me, we see each other. Yeah, and we don't really know. Sometimes I'm surprised about what I hear because you just assume. You might assume something about someone because they look a certain way. You might assume something about someone because they act a certain way, and that might not be the case. And it usually isn't the case. It's usually always the exact opposite of what you think it is.
It's kind of interesting to find that,
Right, it is. It is.
How many people have been featured on Humans of UTB?
I think we have at this point, there's well over 400. We're probably getting closer to 500 at this point. And those are students, it's staff, it's faculty. I make sure that there's a team of photographers. It's not just myself. There's my SEI students, a photographer. There's a couple staff members, and there's students that kind of come and go. Like they'll jump on for a little bit, and then they're busy. You guys are students, so and they'll do great work, and then they move on. So we have kind of students that will work for a bit, and some that have been with us since the beginning. So we try to keep styles consistent, but you might see a little bit of different style throughout the site, and that's because we have more than one photographer to get a different perspective.
What kind of feedback have you received?
Nothing but positive, which is wonderful because you always kind of expect that there's going to be something negative, or there might be a post that you almost are scared that somebody's going to say something that maybe they shouldn't say, and we really have not gotten any of that. It is, I'm telling you, this site, and that's why I was excited to talk about this. I'm always excited to talk about it because it really, to me, the Humans of New York and all the other Humans of pages, there's a lot. All different cities in the world, different colleges and universities, there's a lot of them. I feel like it really brings hope to humanity. We are good people. There are really decent, amazing people out there, and we're learning their stories, and you see the support. You see and now I'm starting to see a trend with our Humans of UTB that people are more open, they're sharing stories, and there's actually, students are supporting the other students, that's great, no, you're doing a great job, or keep at it, or I've been through something similar. So it's this, you see this process of, it's picking up, and it's becoming what I've always hoped for it to be, something where you see past just someone's face, and you learn who the person is, and you kind of support them, you see a little bit of yourself in them.
And you get so much by just a little piece of
just by asking a question.
Yeah.
just by asking a question.
How can someone contribute to this blog?
Well, we're looking for photographers now, and I can be contacted. I'll put announcements up as well. But I can always be contacted and we can talk about it. But it's just volunteer photography work. I always tell the photographers, have fun. The minute you feel like it's too much work or you feel like it's a burden, then just let me know, because it's something that you just want to be able to go out there and kind of have fun with it. Yeah, exactly.
Will you continue this blog in UTRGV as well?
Yes, that is my plan. And I have recently moved to Director of Media and PR for UTRGV, so I am hoping I'm slowly kind of transitioning. You might see on the Humans of UTB page, sometimes I might hashtag Humans of UTRGV if it's an event that involves
Both?
humans or involves UTRGV somehow, or both Brownsville and Edinburgh somehow. And so like slowly we're transitioning that. So I'm hoping it's going to become this big, huge, wonderful,
I hope so
Humans
too,
of
because-
UTRGV,
yeah.
because I mean there's lots of us, so there's lots of stories.
How can people access the existing stories?
On the Facebook page.
page.
It's www.facebook.com/humansofutb.
Okay.
You can find it there.
That's kind of easy.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, thank you for asking these questions. I think it's important to kind of get it out there, because like I said, it's picking up nice speed, and it's more photographers are coming to me because they're interested and they really want to ask more in-depth questions. I'm one of those, tell me your happiest moment. What's your proudest moment? What's your biggest accomplishment? Because I tend to go more on the happy side, but
Right.
I have some that will really ask the deep questions of life, like what's your biggest regret, and sometimes I'll say, when do you feel most scared? Like they'll ask. Other photographers will have a completely different perspective. Will see things that I would never see, and they're in different areas of the campus too, classrooms and areas that I wouldn't be. So I hope that there are photographers out there that would love to join the team, because that would be great, and we're going to need it too once we grow.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, Ms. McGehee-Valdez, thank you for being here today, and to our audience, thank you for joining us. I'm Mauricio Salazar with UTB Radio. Thank you.